Hi everyone, this is Sam Gabriel, and in today's video I want to chat a little bit about the Docker Enterprise Edition's offering of Kubernetes. So what we'll do, we'll deploy a very simple app um, using the Kubernetes orchestrator in Docker Enterprise Edition 2.0. And just to show you how simple it is to do that, either via the CLI or from the GUI itself. So what we're seeing here is a typical deployment, the same one that I've been using in my previous videos. So we have 7 nodes, and some of these nodes are working in swarm mode as the orchestrator, and some are working in mixed mode where you can have both swarm or Kubernetes push workloads onto these nodes. Now, this is not the recommended way to do it in production. In production, you want to specify either a node to be a swarm node or a Kubernetes node. And it's very easy to do. You click on that node and then you go to configure, and then you switch the orchestrator type to a Kubernetes or to a swarm. So what we'll do next is we'll look at a YAML file for deployment, and this YAML file exercise I took from a book by Jonathan Baer, and this is the book called Getting Started with Kubernetes. Pretty decent book to get started. And what we're doing here is we're creating a deployment manifest, and we have one replica of a pod, and this is the image that we're grabbing. And then we have a service that we're deploying with a node type NodePort, and this is the port where we're going to publish this service. So what we do is we can do this in several ways. We can either do it through the CLI or through the GUI. So let me pull the CLI really quickly to show you that we have nothing running at the moment. And to connect to your Docker EE cluster, you need to download the UCP bundle for the user that you're working with. So in this case, my user is SamG, and if you look at the folder for the UCP bundle, we talked about this in a previous video, and I'm gonna leave a link to the video in the description below, and also you'll find a banner at the top that can take you to that video talking about the client bundle. So here, what we do is you source the environment shell script, and once you do that, you're all set. And if you do a Docker PS, you can briefly see the containers that are running on the cluster. Docker version will show you that you're actually connecting to the server, the Docker Enterprise Edition server that we're connected to. All right, cool. So let's take a look and see if we have any pods running. All right, so we have no pods running, no services except the Kubernetes built-in service that we have with Docker EE. So that's great. So let's go back here and let's copy this YAML manifest file, and let's go to Kubernetes and create this under the namespace default. I'll paste that in, and I create that. I could have done this through the CLI as well. Either way works. So you gotta wait until the controllers section. You can see that it's deploying a deployment and a replica set, and there you go. The pods have now appeared. So if we go down to pods, you can see the pod that we've specified, as we specified only one replica. And then let's look at the services. In this case, we have one service as we specified, Node.js deploy. So if we were to go here and run this again, all right, here's the service, and it's running on port 32768, and also here are the pods, one pod in this case. Okay, cool. So now let's quickly take a look at the service. You can go to the load balancer and click here, and on the right you'll find ports and a URL where you publish this, so you can just quickly click on it, and there it is. The container is running. and our application is up and running. Everything looks fine. So going back here, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to do that from either the GUI or the CLI. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna now delete these and show you how fast it is to do so. So kubectl delete service Node.js deploy. As you can see in the GUI in the backend, it got deleted. We do the same thing for the controller. Deployment Node.js. Just give it a couple of seconds to appear in the back, or disappear in the back, I should say. There you go. Perfect. So now we've cleaned everything back to the way it was. And basically in this video, we demonstrated quickly how you can use Docker Enterprise Edition to deploy your Kubernetes workloads efficiently and simply using the CLI with kubectl or using the web interface from Docker EE. Hopefully this has been useful, and thank you for watching.